Snoop Lion. Boomshots. Boomshots. Snoop Lion.
This happened to be the Strictly Boomshots segment, thing called the Lion Rules. Big shout to Snoop Lion in that place. Playing the people's music night and day. RadioLily.com broadcasting live straight from the corner of Houston and Sullivan. New York City to JA, we're keeping the link alive. Dub-wise and otherwise, we're not compromised. Sending big respect to the one Snoop Lion in the place. Dun, 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 dun. You got that. Under no circumstances should you kill the lion. Musical selection on the RadioLily.com is Strictly Boomshots. We're honored to be in the presence of greatness. I'm talking about the one Snoop Lion. Is the mic tuned in?
Is it up? Yeah.
Yes, we have some levels.
RadioLily.com, Snoop Lion, top selector #1.
The top selector.
Yeah, man.
You're taking that title right now.
Right now.
Good gosh. You know, it's a long time we've been waiting for this day, Snoop.
The day is beautiful. It brings forth, you know, recognizing, you know, what was and what always will be. And, you know, just bringing it to the forefront and letting it manifest himself and letting the light shine.
That light is shining brightly right now. Everybody is feeling the warmth of the glow. It's been an amazing night. You previewed the trailer of the film that chronicles your journey to Jamaica and the mystical vibes that went on down there. I mean, how can you even put that in words for those that haven't seen the film yet? What happened when you went down to Jamaica? It's a powerful place. What happened?
The spirit of Rastafari took over, and, you know, it became who I am. It was always a part of me and always associated with me. But to be able to go down there and to really baptize myself in the spirit and, you know, the culture, the people, the music, the sound, the feel, this was necessary. It was so needed in my life right now, and it was just, you know, proper timing.
And it seems as if, as you say, the timing is perfect because you are coming to a stage in your life where you want to really put your gifts to a higher purpose. I really felt that as you were speaking in the press conference earlier tonight when you spoke about being a leader and really, you know, making music that can be played for the kids. I understand even your own daughter is on one of these records. Is that right?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, singing is it's in the family. You know, and I had a particular song that it sounded like it had little kids' voices and girl voices on it, and my daughter singing. So what I did was I said, you know what, I'm gonna have her sing on this record right here because it felt like a record that was a family-orientated record. It's a song called "No Guns Allowed."
Okay, so give us the breakdown on that, because that song seems like it has a special significance for you.
Yeah, it really does. It's just about, the negativity that's always surrounded around the gun. You know what I mean? It's more guns, more problems, and it's like so much negativity and violence that's always surrounded around, the wrong people having guns and doing the wrong things with them. I just was, pushing forward, trying to make a song that could really, deter people from using guns, and no guns allowed just for this night. While we partying and doing what we doing, leave the guns at the house or leave it in the car, you know what I'm saying? Because a gun don't do nothing until you pick him up and make him move.
Wow. And when somebody hears the former Snoop Dogg, now Snoop Lion, saying things like that, maybe they're going to listen a little more keenly than just someone preaching at them. You're speaking from knowledge.
Yeah, from personal experience, one from the other side, the side with. I used to always say it's better to be caught with than without. Because that's the life that I led. I mean, I was looking for it, you know what I'm saying? When you're looking for it, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But I ain't looking for it no more, you know what I mean? And by me on finding my journey and my peace within myself, there's no need to move like that because I don't project that.
That's right. Now, when you first were exposed to the sounds of reggae music, who were the singers that really spoke to you? I mean, you talk about being Bob Marley reincarnated. Was Bob your artist that really broke through to you as a young man in California? Most
definitely, because he was the most, talked about it. He was the one whose message was spread through our people. Throughout my community, we had different races of people, white, black, Asian, no matter where you was from, and somehow, some way, his music seemed to make it through everybody's system. You know what I mean? So that showed that his personality and his persona was so like what I am. I mean, I've always been able to communicate with people. I've always made music that felt good to people, no matter what race you were, what country you come from, or where you at. It's just a feeling.
No doubt. And, there's people that are acting surprised like this is some brand new thing for you, moving in the reggae direction. But if we've been listening carefully, we remember that you joined forces with Damian Marley and Stephen Marley on the Traffic Jam. You did that remix, right?
Yeah, I produced it and I rapped on it, you know what I'm saying? That was, me and the Marley brothers. That was like one of our first connections to show that we were brothers. That, I was their brother from another mother, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes in life, you find people who are connected to you more than your actual blood family. And that's what that relationship was with me and the Marleys. I met, the Marleys in '97 on a Lollapalooza tour, and I've always looked them eye to eye. No matter how big I was, I always looked them eye to eye, and we looked eye to eye, and we had a mutual respect and love and a brotherhood. So for me to come home now, it's something that they always wanted. They welcome me with warm arms. They don't feel like I'm disrespecting their father's legacy. They feel like I'm here to bring awareness and attention and love and, what's necessary to it.
That's what it is. And when you say you met on the Lollapalooza tour, how soon before you started getting into the lab? Like, how did that link come for that Traffic Jam? Because that's a little bit later, right?
Yeah, that was way, way a long time later. We didn't just go right into the studio with each other. It was more about just building our friendship.
Exactly.
We was more on the...
Drop it right here. We got you on that.
We was more
version.
on the kinship with the friendship. And, once we got past the kinship of the friendship, the music thing was a natural progression for us to say, let me do a song with you. You got something I can get on? I put him on a song I had called I Need a Light.
Oh, you put them on your record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I put Damon on I Need a Light. That was the first one that we connected on. And then me, Damon, Steven, we did Traffic Jam, which was the thing to do because, that's what we do.
That record, I just saw them tear up London with that record just this weekend. They just mashed up the whole of London. And I thought to myself, I have to ask Snoop about that when I see him this Monday. But that's why I say it's surprising that people act like this is some brand new thing, because this has been building in you for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, and see, they came to me for the remix, like to remix it as a producer and as a rapper. So they already knew that I was with the music and the sound of it all. You know what I'm saying? And for them to recognize, let you know it was already there.